The Hobbit. Hello everybody. Hi. I am here. And I have come to tell you about The Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies. Now first of all, is this a good movie? And I'd say yes. I'm not gonna go into spoilers, but I'll go into the good, the bad, and then that's it. So, first of all, the good. Now, the good is it definitely has a faster pace than the other films. So if you had trouble with the pace, you won't have a trouble with the pace with this film. What else? The CGI, well, no, the dragon, because all of you have seen the second if you're going to see this movie. There's a scene at the beginning, and the whole sequence at the beginning of the CGI is very good. But other parts, it's not the best. They adapted the book in a pretty good way. You know, coming from a person who's read the book, and I know everything that happens, it's pretty faithful to the book, you know. But, you know, some characters go bye-bye in a different way, but they're the same characters. So, what else? Martin Freeman is amazing as Bilbo. Ian McKellen as Gandalf, amazing. And the guy that plays Thorin, I can't remember his name. He's also great. The rest of the dwarves, the problem is they don't focus on them that much, so you don't really see their acting abilities. You know, they're pretty good, you know. But what you're focusing on are Thorin, Gandalf, and Bilbo, out of all of them. And the people that play them are amazing. And also Luke Evans, he plays Bard. He's really good. The action is shot very well, and the music is great. But you come to expect that when you see music from Howard Shore. Those are most of the positives. And let's go to the negatives now. Now, with the negatives, I do have to say there's a character that I feel they didn't need to have, but they just added in for extra minutes for the film. You know, he didn't really need to be there, but I didn't feel he was in it enough that it annoyed me, but a lot of other people did. The CGI in the battle scenes could have been worked up. Like, you see, like, an army running, and you're like, that's CGI, you know? Also, well, if you watch the last movie, if you haven't, then why are you watching this review? There's a romantic love relationship in this film that they added in that wasn't from the book. And that's from a made-up character and a character in the book. Now, if you've watched the movie or if you watched the second one, you know what I'm talking about. And then the second one, you focus on them, and you're like, they didn't need to focus on that. But actually, what if it leads to something in the next movie that's great? And you're like, and then you're thinking last year, hey, that next movie, once we watch that, this won't feel like all this wasted time of wasted minutes that we didn't need to watch. And you watch this movie, and you're like, actually, that was all wasted minutes that I didn't need to watch for 2 movies, not 1. So, there's that. Legolas is in it, you know, who cares? I mean, he does a fight scene in CGI, you know. I mean, Orlando Bloom's okay. I mean, this is, like, probably his biggest role he's done, is Legolas. And, you know, I mean, they don't focus on him in this film as much. In Lord of the Rings, they do, because he's one of the main 9 companions of the Fellowship of the Ring. But in this, you know, you're like, you did some good battle scenes, I guess. Give you props for that, you know. So this all kind of adding up to wasted characters. Or characters we didn't need, you know. The whole love relationship thing, one of the characters we do kind of need because he's one of the dwarves, and people would have been like people who read the book would have been like, he wasn't in the movie, you you have him? And then, now sweaty nerds are going to be like, nah, you didn't need that other person. You didn't need that love relationship. Yeah. So both ways is kind of like, nah. You could have just not have any love relationship and had him. But, you know, those are just the sweaty nerds out there of Hobbit. Now, so the worst thing about the film is there is wasted characters. I mean, characters we didn't need. Not wasted, well, I mean, one of the characters it was kind of like trying to be a comic relief character, and he was kind of really bad, and you didn't need him, but I felt like he wasn't in the movie so much that I thought it was a complaint, but other people did, and I could see how, but it didn't really bother me. So those are kind of all the negatives of the film and the positives. Yeah. So, basically, pretty good acting on most parts. Amazing acting from the main three that we all know. And a really good acting from Bard, Luke Evans. And, I definitely recommend this film. But, wait, one last thing I have to say before y'all leave. I do think they could have had this in 2 movies, and it would have been a lot better. Like, you could have shortened the first Hobbit, shortened the third Hobbit, cut the second Hobbit in 2 parts, and then have the second part, all the finale stuff of the second Hobbit, with this film just shortened. And you could have had the first Hobbit shortened with the first half of the last Hobbit, the second one, Desolation of Smaug. And you would have had a lot more of an evenly paced, how do you call it? You would have had 2 very evenly paced Hobbit films that would have felt a lot better, and I think they wouldn't have had Legolas and Tariel, and they wouldn't have that love relationship, and it wouldn't focus on this character that they was trying to be comic relief but wasn't in this movie, and they would have just scraped a lot of bad stuff. I do have to say, for me, they're all equal. I love these films, but that's just because I'm a sweaty nerd of Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. And a lot of sweaty nerds of Lord of the Rings don't like The Hobbit. You know, that's okay. But, I personally love all 3 equally. But if I had, like, a gun to my head and you was asking me, what's your favorite Hobbit movie? I would say Hobbit 2. I mean, for everybody else who's going to watch it, they're going to think The Hobbit 2 is the best, because that has the fastest pace, and it feels a lot more like just an evenly paced film. This one, a lot of people, if you're seeing other reviews, say it's very rushed. And then the first one, everybody says, is too slow. And the second one, everybody loves. So, you know, overall, they could have had this in 2 films and scrapped all the bad stuff. It would have been a lot better. But I still do love this trilogy, and I do recommend it. So I hope you can watch this movie and the trilogy and Lord of the Rings and all that. And have a great day. Peace out.